In this video, I'm going to share a few tips that you may find useful when installing tyres onto asymmetric rims. Let's start with a quick look at the differences between a symmetric and an asymmetric rim. Most bicycle wheels are built using conventional symmetric rims, where the spoke holes and channels run right along the centre of the rim. An asymmetric rim, on the other hand, has the spoke holes and channel offset to one side. On a front wheel, it's closer to the drive side, and on the rear, it's closer to the non-drive side. Using an asymmetric rim allows for the use of more equal length spokes when building a wheel, which in turn creates a more equal tension across the wheel, resulting in an overall stronger build. When fitting a tyre to a wheel with a conventional rim, it doesn't really matter which side you fit the tyre from. Just get the rotational direction correct and away you go. When fitting a tyre to a wheel with an asymmetric rim though, it will make the job a whole lot easier if you also pay attention to which side of the wheel you're fitting the tyre from. You see, an important step of installing any tyre is to make sure the bead is properly sat in the channel as you go, so that lifting the last little bit over isn't a struggle. With a conventional rim, the channel is central, so the tyre bead has the same distance to travel from either side. But with an asymmetric rim, the offset channel means it's a lot easier to fit a tyre from the shorter side than the longer one, thanks to the shorter distance it has to travel. Here's a run through of how to use that information to your advantage when fitting tyres to asymmetric wheels like CZRs or HTZs. Firstly, line the wheel and tyre up so that the rotational direction is correct, and place the tyre next to the short side of the rim. Fit the first side of the bead as you would any other, making sure to get the bead into the channel as you go so that last little bit pops on easily. Then, once the first bead is in place, you'll want to find the valve and lift the bead over it so it's sat on the correct side for inflation later. Follow this by fitting the second tyre bead to the short side again in exactly the same way, pushing the bead into the channel as you go. When you get round to that last little bit, you can either pour the sealant in before lifting the bead into place, or simply fit the tyre completely and add sealant through the valve afterwards. By following these steps, you're only ever working with the short side of the rim, making for a smooth and hassle-free installation. So, in summary, line up the wheel and tyre so the rotation is correct and the short side is closest to the tyre. Fit the tyre as normal, making sure to utilise the rim channel as you go. Once the first bead is in place, lift it over the valve, then continue to fit the second bead also from the short side. Install sealant, inflate, and away you go. Hope this was helpful. See you on the next video.